What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 60, and we start today's just on the back of our win over Mainz and win on the opening night against Werder Bremen with yet more bids for our centre halves. Will you leave our centre backs alone? Seriously, another one for Tylo Kehrer, and also Brighton putting in a bid for Jordan Torreira Riga rejected as well. Tylo Kehrer, I mean, he's a decent centre half, so 22 overall now in the prime of his career, but like the interest this guy's got this summer, it's ridiculous. It's crazy how many bids have been coming in, but of course we're going to keep on turning them down because he's our third choice centre-half in this team behind Dardai, and our captain Piper as well, though he would start for the first time this season in our third game of the campaign at home to Stuttgart, as I gave Amos a rest, and after 4 goals conceded in our opening 2 games. I'm not against dropping Piper to the bench. You know, Dardai is 87 overall. Of course, is our highest rated player. He will continue to be a starter in our back four. I'm not exactly sold on Piper. I do like him, but defensively, if I want to improve, I might need to change things around. So I did, heading into the first game of today's episode at home to Stuttgart. Wagner will take the armband in this game, but no changes to the start of the campaign on the offensive end. Oh my goodness, 19 minutes in, 5 goals in 3 for our new number 9. But he's not a striker, he's an attacking midfielder. Nikola Vlasic's decoration is just on fire. What a signing he's proven to be from Real Sociedad already. In 32 minutes in, Jamie Llewellyn gets another to make it 2. So 2-0 up on Stuttgart in the early stages. Vlasic and Llewellyn with the goals in the opening 45 minutes, and right forward break a chance to make it 3. Ludwig storming through one-on-one. Great save by Bernardoni as Stuttgart would eventually clear, as we still led by 2 heading into the break. So 2-0 up at half-time. Really was in control from the first minute in this game. Stuttgart not causing me any problems whatsoever. And right past the hour mark, a chance to make it 3. Robin Hack finds Jamie Llewellyn. Quick little 1-2 between the pair. Hack's already got 3 goals this season. A chance to get his 4th, which he would do. This is a really nice goal as well. You know, obviously, you know, for those that have been on my channel for a long time, you'll know, back in the old days of FIFA, it's more of an arcade game. I used to use skill moves a lot more. I used to love skilling. I've still got some skill compilations from way back in the day, almost a decade ago now, but skilling is a lot more harder now. And it's kind of ironic because whilst the game has become more fluid in terms of movement, it is harder to beat AI defenders with dribble moves and skill moves like you used to be able to do so. Mainly because the AI defender's balance is normally just so good. It's so hard to trick them and fool them as well. But even so, when it does come off, it looks pretty nice there. Nice little flip-flap move there, and the finish by Robin Hack to make it 3. And then with 5 minutes to go, Stuttgart almost grabbed a consolation, but just one of those days when nothing goes right there for the opponent. Stuttgart hitting the bar from the break. We come on the counter. DeMarco rolls it across for his first assist in a Bielefeld shirt, and Marco Ludwig makes it 4. So, yep, first clean sheet of the season. Remember it, because you won't get many more than that. But a dominant display right from the very first whistle. Thoroughly deserved a win, and what a start to the season as well. 3 games. We've already scored 13 goals to begin the campaign off. I said it, we'll be top scorers this season like we were last year. Not doubting what I said there whatsoever. Just too good when going forward, and we know how this FIFA goes in terms of goals as well. So as deadline day will come round, 3 wins start the campaign off, 1 clean sheet, 13 goals already, but 41 million in the budget. I was thinking, do I make any moves on deadline day? Or do I keep a tremendous amount of money until January? We had a couple more bids here. Another one for Jordan Torreira Riga turned down. And also West Ham wanting to take Rafael Meyer on a 2-year loan deal. Don't ask me why I delegated there. I've got no idea. But I did decide to go and make a signing on deadline day. And I didn't need to do this. But I decided to bring in a new backup right back for Felix Agu. But potentially a new starter as well. Now the guy I really wanted was Serginho Dest, the American. But unfortunately he moved on from Barcelona to PSG. So I couldn't get him. However, I did notice that Nordi Mukiele's deal is up come the end of the season with Bayern Munich, which means you can get him for around valuation or less than that. He's 85 rated, 27 years old. I think he's a brilliant defence-based fullback and can definitely play at centre-half as well. I asked Bayern how much they wanted. I put in a £38 million initial fee and they said yes. And the reason why I thought this was semi-realistic is because remember last season with Bayern Munich, they finished mid-table. They finished, I believe, in 11th place last season. Our Mukiele's deal at come the end of the year. Probably got cold feet. 85 rated, 27 years old in the prime of his career. Wants to be playing European football. He won't get out of the Allianz Arena this season, but he will get it at the new champions, Armenia, Bielefeld. So I said to Bayern, I'll give you 38 mil under valuation. They said yes. Mukiele takes a pay cut to come here as well. As I often talk about, that's a great way to get players on lower salaries. When their deals come to the end of the year, they'll often be okay taking a pay cut for a guaranteed contract, and Mukiele is in. Again, defensively, you look at his defensive stats and they're fantastic. 90 jumping, he's 6'2". I would personally say with the range of stats he's got, he's probably better suited to play centre-half than right-back with the medium-high work rates as well. So what I was considering doing, because you know my defence is so poor, was actually changing his position from right-back to centre-half. He'd probably grow a rating if I did that to 86 overall, and having him start alongside Dardai as our new CBGO, and keeping Felix Agu as our starting right-back. But I might do that in the future, but I'm not too sure. For now, we're going to give him the attacking wide-back development plan. That'll give the medium, that'll increase the attacking work rate from medium to high. Felix Agu will drop to the bench, and Mukiele will start as part of our back four. I don't know what it is, but like, as I loan Meyer out here to West Ham, I never like to drop a captain to the bench, even if there's better players on the bench, you know, as we reject this bid here from Liverpool for Robin Hack, and also Napoli putting in for Tyler Guerra. How many offers have we had for Guerra in this summer window? It's got to be close to 10, right? As Valencia putting a bid for Okugawa. I did say at the end of last season I was contemplating selling him this year, but no, I can't do it, man. Messiah is my guy. We rejected a bid from Valencia, and then from West Ham as well. He's staying here, and another bid for Tirana Riga turned down, and a bid from Newhow as well from Roma, 72.9 mil. Florian last year came in, 86 overall, 28 years old, prime of his career right now, he's going nowhere. So, as you can see, with the new signs we bought in, we spent 183.5 mil, but if you look at the money we raised from sales, and of course most of it coming through Kolo Muani with the £95 million sale to Real Sociedad, we only had a net loss of around £50 million. So despite spending close to 200 million, you know, that saying which I would often include in a little video clip, don't talk about spend, talk about net spend. It's only 50 mil. I mean, that's a brilliant transfer win in my opinion. Less, you know, losing Kolo Muani, brilliant backup striker, couldn't really ask for anyone better to fill in for Jamie Llewellyn. But Adeyemi has already grown a rating since coming in and not playing a minute's worth of football yet. So that's a brilliant signing because he's already as good as Kolo Muani and younger. We bought him Mukiele for the first 11 as well. Vlasic, who's off to an amazing start too. Yeah, we've lost Kolo Muani, we've lost Middlestat, but you look at the team, it's gotten better. We've only lost around £50 million, and it's got more depth as well. I've got to say, for this summer transfer window, I thought we made some incredible bids, incredible deals, I should say. Mukiele for under the valuation, Vlasic, who's been a revelation as well. And of course Adeyemi, who we haven't used so far, but as a backup striker, the new one to replace Kolo Muani for Jamie Llewellyn, I think he'll be just as good as the French forward in this team. So I'm really happy with how this summer window went. And a perfect start in the Bundesliga in our title defence here as well. 3 wins in 3 games and 13 goals scored already. We're off to a fantastic start for season 5. So heading into the second and final game of today's episode away against Hoffenheim here, looking to extend our 100% start to the season after a really good first 3 games where we've been dominant in all 3. Taking on Hoffenheim, Mukiele will make his debut in the back 4 in this game, but I've got to be honest, 28 minutes in, goodness gracious me. This didn't happen on Mukiele's side of the pitch, but on the other side, Sailmakers, the Belgian, fires Hoffenheim in front, but what on earth was I doing there with Dardai and Wagnerman? I mean, seriously, just gave Sailmakers the space. He said, thanks for that, ran through 1-on-1, beat Stefan, and Hoffenheim have the very early lead. Just shocking defending from me, but what did I say very recently? Yeah, defending in this year's FIFA will always be an impossible task for most people, myself included, because of the way the game works, but scoring goals, it's just going to be so frequent this season where we just goals every single game, and this one no exception. Nikola Vlasic fires in our leveler, nicely worked move, and it's 6 goals in 4 games for our number 9, who is just on fire to begin the campaign off. Llewellyn wants back-to-back golden boots, but he's got competition behind him in this team as Vlasic levels it. In the second half, we had a chance to get in front for the first time in the game. Jamie Llewellyn denies we were still tied at 1-1, and then right after the hour mark, Hoffenheim restored their lead. Nicely worked goal, really good finish, and Florentino gives Hoffenheim their second lead of the game to make it 2-1. And I was thinking, okay, alright, this is going to be a little bit worrying. 25 minutes to go, down by a goal for the second time in the game. We've got to find a leveller, and right from kickoff, you know I love those kickoff goals. Goodness gracious me, talk about deja vu with the opposite team. Space opens up this time for us, and who would have thought, well, if Sailmakers can do it, so can I. Just run straight through the gap, smacks it home for his first of the season, and Theo fires in our leveller to make it 2-2. So the defence in this game from both teams, absolutely shocking. In a 4-goal thriller, both teams have scored twice with 8.5 minutes to go, as we were still tied at 2-2. At this point, battling back from a goal down on 2 separate occasions, I would have taken the point, but Dervisoglu, the former B, finds a little bit of space inside the area, beats Amos Piper to the ball first, smacks it past Stefan, and wins the game for Hoffenheim. Final score, 3-2. Once again, another game where we score multiple goals. Really look at the stats here. Probably should have won this game. At the very, very least got a point. But the Achilles heel cost me for the first time this season. A poor, weak, shaky, fragile defence gives Hoffenheim the 3 goals. The first goal was just shocking defending from me, really. And Hoffenheim win by 3-2. First defeat of the season. 15 goals in 4 games. We'll have no problems in that department. 4 games in. We're still top of the table on goal difference, but already defeat in our title defence season. It's not been a bad start, but the problems are still here. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Crime, guys. Big thank you for watching. Enjoyed it. Like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you next time featuring Spurs away very soon.